Film.
White Noise takes us through an academic year in the life of Jack Gladney, a college professor in a small town called Blacksmith. Jack teaches at the college on the hill, where he's the department chair of Hitler Studies.
Political plots, terrorist plots, lovers.
He added an initial to his name to sound more prestigious, but deep down, he's insecure, especially since he can't even speak German. With a big Hitler conference coming up, Jack secretly starts taking German lessons to avoid being exposed as a fraud.
Morgen ist Dienstag.
Morgen
ist
Dienstag.
Dienstag.
Morgen ist Dienstag.
Morgen ist Dienstag.
Jack lives in Blacksmith with his wife Babette and their blended family of 4 kids: Heinrich, Steffi, Denise, and little Wilder. The college on the hill is home to some quirky academics. Jack becomes friends with Murray J. Siskind, a former sports writer who's fascinated by what he calls American magic and dread.
And fun.
Murray finds deep meaning in everyday places, especially the supermarket, which he believes is full of psychic
The sight
data.
of a blood-stained man pounding strips of living veal is very exciting.
One day, Jack's son Heinrich spots a huge cloud of smoke in the sky. What's causing it? A train has derailed, and now there's a toxic chemical, neodine D, spreading through the air. The whole town has to evacuate to a nearby camp. At the evacuation camp, Jack finds out he's been exposed to the deadly chemical.
How are you doing?
I'm dying, Murray. I spent 2.5 minutes exposed to the toxic cloud. Even if it doesn't kill me in a direct way, it'll outlive me in my own body. I could die in a plane crash, and the iodine D would be thriving as my remains were laid to rest, the computer told me.
Jack becomes obsessed with death, constantly thinking about how his exposure has marked him. Meanwhile, Babette has a secret of her own. Her daughter Denise discovers a strange pill called Dellilo. Turns out, Babette's been taking it to cure her fear of death. Jack confronts her, and here's the twist. Babette says she got the drug by having an affair with the guy running the Dellilo project, someone she calls Mr. Grey. Jack admits his own fear of dying from iodine D, and the two spiral into guilt and paranoia. Jack starts to unravel. He can't sleep, obsesses over cleaning his house, and even takes a gun his father-in-law secretly gives him. Then, his friend Murray suggests something wild. What if killing someone else makes you less afraid of dying? And Jack starts to think, maybe that's true? Jack finds out where Mr. Grey, whose real name is Willie Mink, is living, at a rundown motel. Fueled by rage and fear, Jack goes there with his gun, planning to kill him. He shoots Mink twice, but things don't go as planned. Mink, barely alive, shoots Jack in the wrist, and then something unexpected happens.
Well, I was thinking I shot him 3 times, but it was only twice. And my plan was, I don't know, I clearly fucked that up.
Jack feels a moment of compassion. Instead of finishing the job, he drives Mink to the hospital and saves his life. Back in Blacksmith, life starts to return to normal. Jack watches his kids sleep, and there's this crazy moment when his youngest son, Wilder, rides his tricycle across a busy highway. He makes it through unharmed, and for Jack it's like a wake-up call. Jack finally lets go of his obsession with death and starts to appreciate the chaos and beauty of life. The book ends with the supermarket, where everything has been rearranged.